And I remember thinking, I want to be that for someone else. Like when and I wouldn't say I'm back on my feet in any sense, like where I want to be, but
Yeah.
when I'm at that place that I can do that, I want to be able to do that for someone else. And so I really had no intention of doing a sober living house. It wasn't something, it wasn't even on my radar really. It just kind of kept coming up. So, Instagram, Facebook, they had this different idea apparently. And so it would come up and it would come up and it would come up. Um,
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I am excited to be here today. I am super excited about my guest. She has been very, very patient with me. I ain't gonna let y'all know all my mess ups, but y'all just know I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. And sometimes the systems we use are not perfect. But that's what we talk about here. We talk about systems and finding different systems to put in place so to improve on the systems that we have. So this person has been very, very patient with me, and I'm so happy because I believe that you're all going to learn a lot from her in her journey and her story in this real estate space. And so I am so happy to introduce you all to Miss Ayanna Mcmahon. Miss Ayanna, how you doing today, ma'am?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I'm so glad to have you here today. Thank you for being here today. And so I'm the type, I just want to dive in. So I would love for you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. Give them a little maybe of origin story, kind of how you got into the real estate space. We love the origin story, the hero's journey. And then also tell them what part of the world you in geographically. People love to know, hey, this person's right around the corner. Maybe I can get in contact with them and do some business with them. So if you don't mind, again, what's your main focus, your origin story, and where you are? Miss Ayanna, you had the floor, ma'am.
Yeah, so my main focus now is flips mostly. I also have recently opened a women's sober living home, women's sober living and transitional housing. So we have women that are both coming in from off the streets or out of rehab or prison.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I have been in real estate for 23 years. I got my license when I was, I don't know, 23 years old or something. Bought my first house when I was 21. And I think I caught the bug. So now I like to say I collect houses.
Yes.
Um, so I have been doing real estate in Washington State for the last 23 years, and
Awesome.
just recently, about 8 months ago now, moved to Iowa. So I'm currently working in the Iowa area.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Thank you for taking us through the journey. I love, bought your first house at when you was 21. Like how you say now, you are a collector. Well, I put collector of homes, a house collector. That's what I put, collector of homes, house
Yep.
collector. So excited about what you're doing for women in their transition. And so, I believe that everything, like we are a compound of our moments, right? We're a compound of our life decisions. And so, Miss Ayanna, I have a saying where I say destiny has no wasted moments, meaning no matter what we go through in life, these moments build us to where we are today. It has built us kind of for this journey that we're on and in the specific space that we're on. And so I would love to know throughout your journey to get into the real estate where you are, 23 years of doing real estate, relocating.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I would love to know, what has these moments taught you about yourself? Has it taught you discipline, resilience? Has it just given you a new eye when it comes to things? Like, what has these moments and these transitions throughout your life in real estate taught you about yourself?
Moments. I mean, I think real estate has taught me quite a bit. I think my life has taught me resilience, right?
Okay.
I was married for 27 years and I went through a divorce a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And it was definitely just kind of I just landed, on my back.
Yeah.
And so I think these last couple of years have really been a rebuild. And like you said, just this evidence of like I keep showing up, right? Like
Yeah.
when things are hard, when things are scary, when things are, when I feel like I can't take another step, you just keep taking another step.
Yeah.
And during my journey of the last couple of years, there were times, I mean, God was always there. But there were times where I needed somebody else's touch, like a human's touch.
Yeah.
And God would just be so gracious in bringing people into my life during that time and being that touch. And I remember thinking, I want to be that for someone else. Like when and I wouldn't say I'm back on my feet in any sense, like where I want to be, but
Yeah.
when I'm at that place that I can do that, I want to be able to do that for someone else. And so I really had no intention of doing a sober living house. It wasn't something, it wasn't even on my radar really. And it just kind of kept coming up. So, Instagram, Facebook, they had this different idea apparently. And so it would come up and it would come up and it would come up.
Yeah.
And during that time, I finally, because I'm a little dense and it takes me a little bit, I
Yeah.
finally kind of just pursued it and at least started looking at it.
Yeah.
And so I I started looking at it and then I kind of went down that route. I actually owned a house already and it was going to be a flip. 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. And so we kind of took it the route of opening it up and going after Maggie's house. And that's the
Yeah.
name of it, Maggie's house.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. And listen, you know how we go. We've been, you and I have been dealing with interruptions a lot. So this is going to be just one flow. So please know it's okay. I trust and believe I understand everything that's going on. Well, I sympathize with everything that's going on with so many distractions, stuff around. But definitely thank you for your story. I don't know if I ever shared on this part. I'm not sure if we talked about it a lot, but after 15 years of marriage, I got, divorced, and that was almost 8 years ago. And I still feel like I'm rebuilding it. I still feel like, honestly, like so many things came out of that. And I wrote down as you was talking, sometimes purpose come out of pain, like there are just situations that has caused us just to be uncomfortable. That's caused us pain, caused us to grieve. And sometimes we find a lot of purpose out of that. And I really believe that's how it was for me. Like I started getting into this podcast space after my divorce. It was like a purpose out of my pain because I knew that people needed a space to be able to talk, you know? And so I definitely understand that. And I'm so glad to see that you are, and I love how you put it. You said life taught you resilience. You know, real estate, it has taught you some other stuff, but life has taught you resilience. And I absolutely love that. And I thank you for in talking about some of the adversities that you've been through, because I don't care what space we find ourselves in, there are going to be adversities. And I believe adversity comes to kind of like make us strong. Like what doesn't break us, it may bend us, but it won't necessarily break us. And so I love that. And I love that you have incorporated this into your real estate space. And so, Miss Anna, I would love to ask you, with Maggie's house and with your real estate, what are the next real goals? What are you looking to solve or scale next?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So I'm kind of in a temporary, I would say for most of my life, I've been more long term. So
Mhm.
either long term rentals, or Airbnbs, that kind of thing. I have done flips throughout the years, but it was kind
Mhm.
of just like when one made sense, it was like, oh, that's way too good to pass up. Or maybe one of my clients didn't want to get it. But right now I'm really in just like a spin as quickly as possible. So,
Gotcha.
I'm trying to have at least one going at a time.
Mhm.
Actually from here, go meet a listing agent up at the house and we go on the
Mhm.
market on one tomorrow.
Gotcha.
And then I'm closing on one tomorrow. So, to purchase. So we'll start that
Yeah.
one just and kind of keep going. So right now it's really just kind of like I said, the short-term flips and kind of building up the revenue again.
Got you. Got you. Understood. Understood. I would love, because you're talking about helping women, building something sustainable for them to help them with their transition. And I always say at the foundation of any sustainable business is servitude, right? It's
Mhm.
serving people. I even believe in building community within real estate, because I believe that healing happens in community. And we're both faith-based people. And I believe that's something that's taught in scripture in James 5:16. Like it says, when you confess your faults one to another, you'll be healed. And so I just feel like healing happens in the community. You have a safe space to be able to talk about what's going on, healing happens. And I even think building that in real estate, if you have surrounded by people who want you to win in real estate, people that can help you and support you, people that
Mhm.
maybe are somewhere where you're trying to be, maybe they have the houses, the amount of houses that you're trying to get. And so I would love to hear your perspective on relationship building within real estate. Or just relationship, your opinion on relationship building in general. Like, what is your perspective on relationships? Are they important within business? If they are, how do you go about doing it? I just want you to talk to me a little bit about relationship, Miss Ayana.
I mean, I think any place that you can get wisdom from other people's experiences. I mean, why would I not want to learn from somebody else's mistakes? I mean, why would somebody not want to learn from my mistakes versus like making those same mistakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I am like, I'm pretty much always got somebody on like Dean Gracioso, Tony Robbins, like whoever it is that I'm currently kind of in Dr. Hardy. I love him. So I've always got somebody kind of in my ear when I'm just running around doing things. So yeah, so I think wisdom is huge.
Yeah,
I think finding people who are like-minded to kind of challenge you as well, right? Um, I honestly don't talk to a lot of people about what I'm doing that are kind of in my just like sphere of influence because I
got you.
feel like a lot of times people can kind of tell you, wow, you're dreaming too high or you're pushing too much or you're going too fast or you're whatever. And it's like, well, I know I know all that stuff. Like, I mean, I have people who can speak into my life, but I don't let everyone speak into my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, as far as building relationships, yeah, I think finding people that are kind of on the same page and pushing you and encouraging you is super important. I mean, kind of what we are talking about, even with contractors, right? Like finding the
Yep.
right people in your life. So finding the right contractors. I mean, I had a contractor that was terrible and he
Mm,
cost me a lot of money.
mm.
And I was in a time in my life where I just couldn't quite, I just wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah.
And so that's something I'm huge, and I'm huge at promoting with other people. I mean, like, I'm like, and right now I just fired a contractor like 3 days ago because all he showed me I couldn't trust him on something small, and I'm like,
Mm,
I'll pay you, you're done, you're out. Like, I won't ever
yeah.
use you again.
Yeah.
And so I think being quick to action when like trust your gut. Like when when something seems off, it's time to find somebody else.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Mm, mm. I love it. Yep. Nope. Yeah. You're absolutely right. And I wish I could say it as eloquently as somebody said, but it's like you have to be, um, is it slow to hire and quick to fire? I think I'm not sure if that's the exact term, but like you said, you got to trust your gut. If you know that there's not alignment, you know it's not working. Just act quickly on that. And so no, I definitely hear that for sure. And you said, contractors. Whoo, contractors, y'all listening, please just be integral. Do what you say you're gonna do. Restore the name of the contractor, please, if you're watching this. But Miss Ayanna, listen, is there any topic that I have not brought up that you would like to talk about? Or is there any other words of like inspiration, education, or motivation you feel like people may will want to hear or could benefit from? I'm just kind of like trying to open up the floor if it's like anything on your mind and on your heart that you think people may could benefit from. I would love to hear it.
Gosh, I mean, I think one of my favorite sayings that Tony Robbins says, is life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And I think that's so important because as we're going through really hard times, it's about the resilience. It's about the
Mm,
getting up. As I like to listen to all these podcasts, it's like it's not about the failures, right? Like we're all gonna have failures. And
yep,
everybody that I'm like listening to has had failures. It's about pivoting and moving on. And
yep,
I think it can be so easy to just sort of get discouraged and give up. And so
yeah,
I think that's the thing. I'm super passionate about not getting stuck in my own life
uh,
and really loving the life that I'm living,
yeah,
and choosing to do that moment by moment, even in the
yeah,
really hard moments. And like I said, I've had some really hard moments.
yeah,
And that's what I'm teaching these women that I have, that's what I'm passionate about with them is like, let's not get stuck. Like,
uh,
yes, you guys have had a terrible, childhood or like all these things, and they can go back and they can just talk. And it's like, well, every time I see them, they talk about their past, and it's like,
uh,
okay, like that was a part of your story, but like let's move. Dr. Hardy says, like, look at the future and work towards the future. Like, this is where I want to be, and how am I going to get there? And I'm passionate about that for myself and for the women that I'm working with.
mm. I love it. Yeah, I often say failure is fertilizer. And we know with fertilizer, sometimes fertilizer is just dung, right? It's manure, it's mess, it's smelly sometimes. But if you allow yourself to get rooted, if you allow yourself to get nurtured by what we may call failures or hardships, it's just fertilizer for you to grow from. It's gonna make you strong. It's gonna give you the nutrients that you need. And so you're right. Let's not get stuck. Everything is intended for us to be able to grow from. And if we allow our minds to grow from it, we can do anything. We can overcome anything. And I believe you and I are testaments to that. That when the life that we had planned for doesn't happen fulfill itself the way we thought, that you can grow from that, you can pivot from that, you can actually allow that to grow you up to be something even stronger. And my father used to say a saying, and I hated it when he said it, but he asked me a question. He said, Quentin, have you ever seen a tree eat its own fruit? And I'd be like, what, Dad? He's like, have you ever seen a tree eat its own fruit? And I'd be like, no. He's like, that's right. You grow fruit so other people can pick from your tree so that they can be nurtured. And that's when I'm learning that if we allowed our failures to grow us up to a tree that bring forth fruit, other people can eat from it and be sustained. And I believe that's what you're doing with what you're building for women. And so I absolutely love you. I love you for being here. I love for what you're doing. I love for your resilience and the way you're overcoming. And so I thank you for being here today. I really, really do. Miss Ayanna, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, learn more about what you're doing, collaborate, how can they get in contact with you, man?
Yeah, so I have an email address. Do you want me just to give it to you, like my actual email
Yep.
address?
If you're comfortable, yep, you'll say it, we'll transcribe it and put it in the show notes.
Okay. So it's Ayanna, Ayanna, M as in Mary, O S as in Sam, at yahoo.com. So that like dates me right there.
Yeah.
um, so that would be the best way to kind of, or you can go onto Instagram or Facebook, and then it's Ayanna Mcmahon is
Gotcha.
my like handle or whatever. So
Gotcha. Absolutely. Well, listen, let me say 3 things to you sincerely. Sincerely, I'm about to say these 3 things. First, thank you for your time. Like, thank you for your time. And I think you know what that means. I mean, I thank you for rearranging your schedule, doing different things differently, being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here. So thank you for your time. Please know that I value that. Secondly, thank you for your story. Thank you for your authenticity, the gift, what I even call of your vulnerability. You shared things with us that you did not have to share. And I believe those stories plant a seed in people. We may never see the growth, but it plants a seed of change, course direction. And so I appreciate your story. Lastly, thank you for your perspective. Thank you for the way you think, your mindset, and bringing that perspective to this platform. I greatly appreciate you, Miss Ayanna, for coming through today.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So listen, look in the show notes, get in contact with Miss Ayanna, check her out for sure. Definitely make sure you are subscribed here because I promise you, we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Miss Ayanna. So ma'am, thank you again. And everyone else, listen, y'all have a fantastic day.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.